Hello and welcome back in this very special video. In this video, as you already read in the on the video name itself, this is the cheapest and the cheapest and well the most rubbish supercar I will ever see, because everything is made on minus 15 quality. Yes, my friend, minus 15 quality, but actually it's not actually that much bad. It's actually very good. I mean, yes, the quality and the reliability is a bit of an issue in it, but as a supercar, the performance is actually very surprising. And in this video, I used the best materials, like the best materials you can ever think of in making any kind of supercar. We have it here in this car. It's all in here, which is really awesome. But everything is made with minus 15 quality. And that means like the quality of the parts, the quality of the job, the quality of tooling, and well, assembling the car itself isn't actually great, but the result is actually very surprising. But before we start with all of the specs, I would love to remind you guys that please, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and of course I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. What do you think about the car at the end of the video? And if you want to request a custom engine or a custom car, or even a replica of a current engine that the game can support, that automation can support, I would love to hear from you. And of course, if you want to do that, I will tell you at the end of the video how to do it. Alright, so let's start with the specs of the chassis and the body. We have carbon fiber panels for the body, like the doors, the bumpers, the fenders. Everything basically is made from carbon fiber. Monocoque chassis type, which is the best. Carbon fiber chassis, which is also the best and the stiffest and the lightest. And as we all know, carbon fiber chassis and bodies, they take really long time to be made, because they need to be molded, they need to be vacuumed from all the air, and also they need to be baked in a special oven. And all of this take a lot of time and a lot of effort actually, and you need a very special team to do it. But with minus 15 quality, that means me and you actually we can do it. Yes, we can just volunteer in this factory, and we can just start building it for a bit of time and get paid for it, which will be really awesome actually. And the ending result, don't be surprised by the ending result, because it's actually surprising. But for a minus 15 quality car, it's actually very good. But oh my god, the quality is just horrendous. Alright, let's move on. Front longitudinal engine placement for the engine, which is the best actually for a front wheel drive car. Sorry, not front wheel drive, for a front mounted engine. But this is not a front wheel drive car, absolutely not. Double wishbone front suspension, push rods rear suspension, which is the best option for a supercar or any kind of really high performance car, because it's the best, it's the most expensive. But with minus 15 quality, it's not actually that expensive. It's cheap actually. A cheap kind of push rod suspension, cheap kind of double wishbone, cheap kind of everything. Let's move on. This is the engine that I made specifically for this beast here, for this amazing cheap beast. It's a V8 engine. As you can, it's obviously a V8 engine, V-shaped, 90 degrees, 8-cylinder engine, magnesium block. As you can see, the best materials, 97mm on the bore, 91.4mm on the stroke, which equals 5403 cc engine, or you can say a 5.4 liter V8 engine. Dual overhead camshaft with 4 valves per cylinder. Well, I could have made it with 5 valves, but 4 valves seems very appropriate, because if you want to buy this car, you need to drive it on the street for everyday use, and you need to have it as an economical car as well. You don't want to fill it up every 5 minutes, so 4 valves seems very appropriate. Aluminum silicon cylinder heads, variable valve lift technology. We have billet steel flat plane crankshaft. Yes, flat plane, not cross plane, because well, it will sound better in a supercar, and it will give the car more pristine and more looks and more sound when it passes by. Light titanium connecting rods, and of course lightweight forged pistons. Minus 15 quality. So yeah, I know it's billet steel, I know it's flat plane, but minus 15 quality, that means well, it's a cheaply made one. 10.0 to 1 is the compression ratio, 76 on the cam profile, 100 on the variable valve lift profile. We are also using variable valve timing on all cams, -15 quality. Twin turbochargers with ball bearing internals, 831 horsepower supporting intercooler, 49mm on the compressor, 40.5mm on the turbine, and we have 1.40 max out ratio with 7.08 psi of boost. The engine isn't actually receiving that much boost, but and this is actually surprising for me because the customers actually, if I increase the boost right now, even by a little bit, this, because the market, the track premium, the supercar premium market, it will turn into zero. And the reason why, increasing the boost more, it will mean extremely less reliability, and yeah, no one will be interested in buying it. So 7.08 psi of boost, it's the maximum rating that I could have achieved with this amount of market points. Yeah, so that's maximum boost that you will get with this engine. -15 quality also on the turbos. Direct fuel injection, throttle per cylinder or individual throttle bodies. So you have 8 individual throttle bodies. Performance intake manifold, super 98 octane fuel, because, well, it's available absolutely everywhere. Yeah, especially in Europe. Some countries know that you can't get 98, but, well, this car is actually, it's a limited car. It's not actually a mass-produced car. It's a limited production car. So yeah, you can buy it, but it won't actually be sold everywhere because, well, of the fuel. But still, 98 is better than 100. 100 is a very rare fuel, but 98 is available in Europe and other countries. Yeah, so it's actually, you can sold it in some countries, and yeah, it's no problem. 14.1 is the air fuel ratio, 87 on the ignition timing, 7,400 is the RPM limit. It's not actually very impressive in high RPM. I mean, if I want, I can push it to 7,500, but well, there is no point. I mean, the reliability will drop, and actually there is no benefit. Okay, so 7,500, it seems more appropriate actually. -15 quality, short cast headers, dual exhaust pipes. We have a 3.2-inch exhaust diameter or 82.5mm on the exhaust. We have high flow 3-way catalytic converters. No first mufflers. We have twin straight-through mufflers at the second muffler option with bypass valves. So at a certain RPM or with a sport button option, when you push it, the valves will open and you will have like a straight-through or a straight pipe exhaust system with -15 quality. And yes, and as I told you in my previous videos, -15 quality exhaust system, that means the exhaust will be extremely loud. As you can see, 58.7 points. It's not actually loud, but with zero quality, not plus 15, no, zero quality, this will turn into 30 or 29.8, an extremely quiet engine. Yeah, so yeah, you see the point here, 58 on -15 quality, that means it's extremely loud, but 58 points, it's loud, it's not quiet at all, but it's not like a racing car loud, because we have two mufflers with bypass valve, so it's acceptably loud. Moving on, this is the final result, 565.2 horsepower at 7,100 RPM, 468.6 pound-feet of torque at 5,400 RPM. The engine reliability, well, because everything on -15 quality, 56 points is actually very surprising, because the production year is 2020. And that means the technology has advanced a lot since 2018, and as you can see, 56 points on -15 quality, I think it's the best thing that you can have with this kind of cheap car, and it's actually surprising. The engine actually it's not heavy at all, it's very light, even with -15 quality, it's still very light, because magnesium block, aluminum silicon cylinder heads, billet steel crankshaft, lightweight forged pistons, and titanium connecting rods. Very good. Fuel economy, it's actually very surprising, even with -15 quality fuel system. That's very impressive. And no, we are not using all of the octane for the obvious reasons, because I can't push more boost in, because the customers will not be interested in it at all. And the same goes for the ignition timing. More ignition timing actually make the interesting points zero for any kind of markets. Emissions are actually very surprising, of 142.2 points with minus 15 quality catalytic converters, which is very impressive. The engine smoothness, well, yeah, this is a high performance engine with minus 15 quality. That means the engine, it's not actually smooth. No, it's like high performance, nearly a racing engine. Throttle response is actually very good. We talked about noise, very good. Everything is very good. So let's fire up this beast here. Listen to that beast rumble. So the engine is making 271 pound-feet of torque at idle, 41 horsepower even at idle at 800 RPM, which is really impressive. Alright, so let's move on. The engine is actually looking very cool and very good actually. Carbon fiber intake manifold, 8 individual throttle bodies, and these coilovers with, of course, the red valve covers. The engine looks absolutely a beast actually, with big intercooler in the front. High performance airbox, it looks very cool. Let's move on. I have chosen this 2005 coupe or coupe body because it has a very little drag, and well, the wheelbase is actually very acceptable, and it looks very cool actually, with minus 15 quality on the body and the fixtures. As you can see, the body itself has been painted with this silver shadow color. It looks very cool, and well, everything else like the mirrors, the rear ring or the spoiler, whatever you want to call it, is carbon fiber. Everything is made from carbon fiber, which is really awesome. I forgot the brake calipers, as always. Here we go. Everything is looking cool. Let's move on. These are the fixtures that I have chosen. These actually, this is not a single front grille. It's actually made from 3 different pieces, as you can see. We have fog lights, front carbon fiber lip. These headlights, if you look very closely, the lip or the edge around the headlights is made from carbon fiber. These side vents, of course, with the front logo. These also side vents. The idea of them is that cold air will go in the front and on the side here to cool the front grille, of course, to cool the radiator, which means to cool the engine itself. The side vents to cool the brakes and to cool, basically to channel air from behind the tire and in front of the tire here. And also hot air will escape from these side vents from the engine bay, and the same air that it will be channeled from here to there, which will be really slippery with aerodynamics. It will be really efficient, and we'll see the results on the test track. We have the front lip to provide front downforce. We have these carbon fiber side mirrors. They look very awesome. The fuel filler cap side, we have the door handles, of course. These custom carbon fiber rims, as you can see. These are the tail lights, license plate holder, of course the rear logo. You have these 2 vents on the rear, a big not a big, it's a small grille on the rear. You have the reverse light here, quad exhaust tips, and of course the rear spoiler made entirely from carbon fiber. As you can see, the window trim, the windows trim for the rear window, the side windows, as you can see, all of them are made from carbon fiber. Even the door handles, the trim around the door handle is made from carbon fiber. Everything basically is made from carbon fiber to provide as less weight as possible. Alright, so let's move on. Actually, I forgot, we have the roof antenna actually for the infotainment system is also made from carbon fiber. Yeah, I went crazy with carbon fiber, but the results will speak for themselves at the end. Moving on, this car is actually equipped with longitudinal all-wheel drive, dual clutch, 6-speed or 6 ratios. The final drive for this car is 3.96 to 1, or 310 kilometers per hour is the gearbox top speed, with 32 on the spacing, and we have electronic limited slip differentials. 45% of power goes to the front, 55% goes to the rear with -15 quality, and the results are speaking for themselves. As you can see, we have let's see, it actually used to be different. Let me check something here, because I don't know what happened with the game or the program. The game keeps forgetting that we have all-wheel drive, so you have to remind the game every single time that you have all-wheel drive. So 33 on the spacing, which means we have 0 to 100 time in 2.8 seconds. Very quick. Can you imagine a 2.8 second car made with -15 quality parts? 2.8 seconds, that's extremely quick. Of course, as I said, 45%, 55% -15 quality, with wheel spin of only 0.7%, which is very little. That's awesome. Let's move on. We have radial semi-slick tires. Yes, semi-slick tires. 240 is the front. It is the front tire width, also with the same 240 rear tire width. 660 is the tire diameter. 17-inch rims. Yes, I know. I really wanted 18 or 19-inch, but no, the customers hated it. And of course, the car got really slow times with bigger rims. So -15 quality with 17-inch worked really perfectly. 0 offset front and rear. Carbon fiber rims, as I mentioned before. You have carbon ceramic front disc brakes with 3 pistons with 350 millimeters. As you can see, the size of the rotor itself. Carbon ceramic rear discs with 2 pistons, 290 millimeters, 55 on the pad type, and 67% of the brakes goes to the front, 33% goes to the rear with -15 quality. As you can see, we have downforce under tray with 80 on the downforce. Active rear wing. No, of course we don't have active cooling flaps because it will slow the car really too much. 10 on the front lip, 100 on the rear wing angle. The engine being cooled with 51 points. The brakes airflow is 100 with -15 quality. You have only 2 seats, sport interior, and if you want to know what comes with the sport package, you can pause the video right now so you can read, and right now so you can continue reading what comes with the sport package. The same goes for the premium HUD entertainment system. You can pause the video right now so you can read what comes with this package. -15 quality here. We have electric variable power steering, electronic stability control plus launch control with -15 quality. We have advanced advanced 20s safety equipment with -7 quality, not 15, because the limit for the safety value is 35, and if I decrease it to -8, it will go below 35 and no one will buy it. The interesting points will be 0, which is not acceptable. I want to sell the car. Moving on, we have active sport springs, semi-active dampers, and passive sway bars with a pretty much custom suspension setup. -1.6 degrees of front camber, -0.1 degrees of camber in the rear. Spring stiffness is 3.60 front, 3.20 the rear. Damper stiffness 2.40 on the front, 1.80 on the rear. So, sway bar thickness 2,400 in the front, 1,600 on the rear. And the ride height, and actually it's really surprising because of the values, you have 48.8 millimeters only. And yes, we don't have any kind of bottoming out. It's 0%. Roll angle is 4.1%, which is 4.1 degrees, which is really acceptable. It's not bad. So drivability is 108%, which is very good. Sportiness is 90%, also very good. Comfort, well, this is not a grand touring car. It's a true-blooded track car or a supercar. So yeah, comfort, well, it's not really too much. It's only 7 points, so it's actually not a very comfortable car. No, it's a sporty car with -15 quality suspension. And this is the final result: the engine specs and the body specs. As you can see, the market The market, my friend. Alright, so as you can see, with minus 15 quality nearly on everything except the safety equipments, the engineering time is only 38.1, and the production units, well, it's 138. So as you can see, even with minus 15 quality, the car will take a really long time to be produced. So this is actually a limited production car, a very limited car. And it can do 20.6 miles per gallon, which is very acceptable actually. It's not bad. The emissions are very acceptable for a minus 15 quality car. Service cost, well, it's nearly $2,800 a year, also very acceptable for a supercar. Practicality, well, the car does have a trunk in the rear. As you can see, you can open the hatch or the window and you can put the cargo on the rear, but not by too much, and you only have 2 seats. Well, it's not really practical, but as a utility car, as I mentioned, you have some kind of big trunk on the rear, so you can put stuff in it. Of course, this is not important, and yeah, reliability only 50 points. 50, that's it. Well, 50 on a minus 15 quality car, I consider it very good. I was thinking, and I was assuming that it will get like to 30 points, but 50, it's actually very surprising. And even the car is made entirely from carbon fiber, the environmental resistance is actually bad. So yeah, the car, I don't know, can carbon fiber rust? Please, if you know the answer, tell me in the comment section below, because environmental resistance is only 16 points. So that means, anyone will look at this value in the environmental resistance, they will think that the car is made from regular crappy steel. And that means the car will rust, right? It's very obvious. But when you tell them that the car is actually made from carbon fiber, the body, the chassis, everything is made from carbon fiber, well, this is very weird. So I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. What do you think about this? Why do you think carbon fiber is getting this low environmental resistance? I know because of the quality, but will it rust? Do you think carbon fiber will rust? I don't know. So the car is actually very drivable. Anyone can drive it. It's sporty, very sporty, which is very good. As I mentioned, comfortable. Well, it's not really comfortable. Prestige point, well, because it's very cheap and it's very cheaply made. Yeah, that's why it's 27 only. Safety, well, we are at the limit. This is the limit. This is the government limit, which is 35. We are at 35.9. So yeah, it's acceptable by the government. Well, yeah. And as you can see, with 10% margin to the original price, to the original material cost, it will cost you $68,015, and you have to pay the $15 before the 68 grand. Yeah, so as you can see, it's very cheap. A carbon fiber supercar, made everything from carbon fiber, pushrod suspension, basically the best material, the latest technologies in everything, with a 565 horsepower twin turbo V8 in the front, all-wheel drive, very extremely, like, very good acceleration, 2.8 seconds, and all of this will cost you only $68,000. Extremely cheap, very cheap. Alright, so let's go to the test track and see what are the results. So the car total weight is 1,361 kilograms, very lightweight. Power to weight ratio is extremely good. You can tow 1,795 kilograms, well, it's not important. The load capacity is very good. No brake fading. Stopping distance is very perfect. 301 kilometers per hour is the official top speed for the car. 2.8 seconds is the 0 to 100 time. Very quick. Quarter mile in 10.74 seconds, which is also very quickly. Very quick. So I'm really impressed with the car. I hope that you are impressed with it. So as you can see, I already ran the car around the official airfield test track, and it did 115.58 seconds, which is very quickly. But I want to see if this number will be the same even after a second run, because sometimes the game forget what kind of options you have on the car. So let's see what's what. That is very quickly, 115.55. Well, that's very impressive. Alright, so let's go to the automation test track and see what's what. I'm really interested in this straight line as always, because I didn't run this car around this track yet. This is my first time running this car here, so let's see what are the results. Very impressive. 2 minutes 05.96. Very quickly. And as I always say, any car below 2 minutes is a very quick car, and this is actually 5 seconds more than 2 minutes, and I mean, it's really impressive. It's really quick, it's not slow at all, and I'm really impressed. The acceleration, the speed, well, the top speed is not actually impressive. I mean, yes, for a supercar 300 km/h, well, it's not actually very quick for a supercar, but the cornering speed, the acceleration, the braking, everything is very perfect, absolutely magnificent, and looks good. It looks very cool actually. It looks very sleek, very cool, and with the vents, the carbon fiber pieces, it looks very awesome. And I really hope that you enjoy the video. I really hope that you like the car. So please tell me, what do you think about the car in the comment section below? And you like it, do you don't like it, or maybe do you think the engine is rubbish? Do you think it's very expensive? Do you think it's cheap? Tell me what do you think about it in the comment section below. And yeah, it's very actually. And remember, please, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video, and of course hit that notification bell button so you can get a notification each time I release a new video. And if you want to request an engine or a custom engine or a custom car, you need to add my Snapchat. It's Lord Bas94, Lord BAS94, so you can get added on the Snapchat group, on the channel group, so you can put your request over there, talk with all of the fans, request a video, discuss cars, anything related to automation game or to cars, you can find it over there, and it's really fun. So thank you so much guys for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. It's been really fun, and I cannot wait to try this car with the new update on the 13th of July, because as you all have heard, BeamNG game is they will do a collaboration with automation game, so you can actually drive these cars. If you make a car in automation game, you can actually drive it in BeamNG game, which will be extremely fun. I mean, I have the game. I had the game for a really long time because I'm really impressed with the physics of the game, with the way the car crashes. It's really amazing and very impressive, and the graphics are very cool actually in the BeamNG game. I think I'm gonna do another video very soon with that game, explaining it to everyone and show you what am I meaning, what does the game actually do, and why people actually are liking it. So thank you so much guys for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'm gonna see you very soon with more amazing videos like this one and even more. And thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now, my friends.